Hey gang, welcome back to the shop. We're actually in the shop today. Usual disarray, normal havoc. It's the Sunday before Veterans Day. I want to get this video made today and put out today. But after this video, I'm going to go and finish installing all the locks at the fairgrounds with the MX-13 restricted keyway system. But as a vet myself, I want to take a moment and thank all my fellow service members out there, my brothers and sisters who have served this country. You know, it is voluntary service, but it's a lot more than that. You get signed up for a lot more than what you sign in your contract. The unexpected baggage post career. But thank you from the bottom of my heart for serving with me. If you know a vet, be sure to thank them tomorrow. Remind them almost every place has deals for vets tomorrow. If you don't have a military ID from being either retired or medically discharged or what have you, you can go onto the VA's site and get a VA identification card that works for discounts and stuff like that. I will try to put a link right here for that. Second is, myself as a vet, I've struggled in civilian life, even though I've been out 24 years this month. It's definitely a different change in going back to civilian world, and then dealing with a lot of the experiences you had in the military. You always try to focus on the good ones and bottle away the bad ones, and that crops up as demons later. So if you are a vet and you are struggling, or you're a family member of a vet, I will try to put a number here for the Veterans Crisis Helpline. You know, the whole army of one thing back in the day, none of us served alone. You know, we were always part of a team. And that's what has made the military so great, is that we function as a great team. Putting aside our backgrounds, political differences, our upbringing, our cultural background. So please, and if you know a vet who is struggling, reach out. I also want to thank the families of veterans and those currently serving. Without family and friends and support, you can't do it. You know, if you've got a spouse or kids or parents back tending the home fires while you're out serving, thank you. I don't think the entire community gets thanked enough. With that said, our town here actually puts flags all the way up and down the main drag, which is pretty cool. Of course, my banner, my logo has a flag with a key. So thank you all. But in serving, some of you might know that broken wrist, gotta love it. Serving doesn't stop when you get out of the military. I still consider myself an apprentice level locksmith. I don't have anyone to train under. And I've approached it the same way I did my IT career. I didn't get any training. I didn't do IT in the military. I went from high school to military to civilian life. I just happened to be, fortunate or unfortunate, I happened to be in DC around the time 9/11 happened. I was working for this new company called Verizon. That's how long ago it was. My office was one exit down from the Pentagon. So I was there when the plane hit. I also had to go up to New York to the sites of the Twin Towers, because that's where Verizon's East Coast big trunk of theirs went through one of the towers. But I also had a top secret clearance. So I then transitioned into working at the Secret Service at their computer help desk. So I didn't really have to apprentice or train, or I mean, I trained myself. I never went to school or really went after certifications. I had the top secret clearance, and that got me the jobs. And now, 24 years later, still doing IT. But in service, some of you know, spend a lot of time at Goodwills and thrift stores. And one of the things I always pick up is locks. Especially these. This bag was $4. 9 times out of 10, they don't come with keys. And what I do is I rekey them, and some of them I give to the local. It's not just a local food bank or food pantry. It's a help place for those down on their luck. I'll rekey a bunch of them and drop them off there. I also rekey them and give them out to some of the local police officers who may not be able to get a hold of me to come during a domestic situation or something, to come and rekey a lock. They can just swap the handles out. They've got new keys. And then they can give me the old ones, and either I put those back on when I'm available. A lot of stuff happens in the middle of the night, and I don't listen to my phone in the middle of the night. But that's one of the things I do. It really doesn't cost much. Like that bag was $4. Other than my time, I'll spend maybe $1 or $2 in pins and some keys. So that's what I'm going to do today, is kind of being in the mood for service. This is probably going to be a boring video to a lot of you, but like I said, I still consider myself an apprentice level. I'm not a Jedi Knight yet. And doing stuff like this also gives me the practice. Aside from helping people, it gives me the practice of effed up locks that you get. So if you're... That's a brand new one. Ain't bad. I got that for $4.99. So for some of you, this is going to be a really boring video, but I'm either going to pick them or shim them. And pull from my ready cut keys. When I first started, I think it was either CLK Supplies or UHS Hardware, I bought a bunch of pre-made keys, because I'm like, I didn't have the framing at the time. I just had a Banggood. So I'm like, well, when I go and rekey homes, I can do that. And you can see 3-4 years later, I've still got several of them. So yeah, let me kind of get this set up. May not be where that stays. This has been a while since I bought these, so I don't remember what's what. So let me just get into what we've got. Hopefully everything is in view. Where's my hand? There's my hand. Okay. So we got one knob, not too bad shape. Looks like it's got all the hardware, so that's good. Got this one. Oh, this one's seen some shit. This looks like it's also a big mismatched deadbolts. Okay. So that looks like a set, so we'll get that keyed together. Someone's got the flame stripes. Is that actually the key for it? Will all be dipped. Look at that. Does look like it has most of the hardware. Okay. So I'll still take this one apart. Let's see if it works on this one too. Oh. Put these back over here. This here. Did I get lucky? Oh, this one's got a key too. What the? This rarely happens. Oh, it's a Defiant. Well, still in the middle of the night. So I'll just pretend I don't have the keys. And we'll go from there. Or I might just leave those. Is there a key in here? Okay, we got one with no key. Oh, I opened the boxes. So this box cost me $4.99. Looks like a Defiant. With some mixed match parts, no key. Okay, so this can be a good can to start with. Oh, mama. So I buy this stuff as I go through it, and then I rekey them as I have time. But a lot of times I forget what I've got. Well, that's interesting. That's actually got the handle release. Little jobby. Okay, that is not the key. Is it any of these? Oh, got some bathroom knobs. Oh, and a door stopper without the mounted jacks. Okay, so we got keys that don't work. Nope. Alright, so let's see if they work in this one. It's dealer's choice. Nope. Okay. Okay, reposition things here a little bit. So, let me get the right screwdriver. Maybe not. So there are a couple different things you can do. Feel so many of the old timers tuning out right now. I had originally at one point bought the CLK shim holder. I've never really gotten it to work for me successfully. So I normally just shim. Where is one of these tools? Okay. So if you've never taken one of these apart, it's pretty standard. You want this part here right about center. Then you're going to see, hopefully this comes up. Let me get, you're going to see one side here that's not solid, like this side over here. It's a solid brace. This isn't solid, so what you want to do is take your tool, here, pop that in, and that releases that. Then you got these gates or tensioners, whatever, and that's got some nasty grease. But you want to get this down in there, past those, give it a good, it's gonna hurt. Another reason for a pinning mat. So now you get your core out, put this all to the side. So these are Lock Monkey. I can't remember if I have good success with these or not. But you got to kind of fiddle this prong into those clips. So, but one thing you want to do first is get this unlocked. So, my picking skills has not been good with this. I use my hands too much. They swell up my fingers. So let's say you've tried, and I mean, granted, this is a quick set. Oh my god, it's not coming. Schleg, whatever. Now, most people will tell you, or the traditional practice of shimming. Okay, well, let me back up. I lost my stuff. Yeah, sorry. We do need to take this off first to shim. If you can pick it, you can leave it on until it's picked. But you just kind of work the pickle fork until you can just sit there and use this to pry, or if you have, oh, not that one, I'll stab myself. If you got a pick, you can just usually pop that off. There we go. Put that to the side. Now, the traditional shimming technique, if I can get a shim out here. See if I can move this a little bit. It's not so much in my way. Traditional shimming is pins are on top, fit this in there, put your blank key, and then you just kind of wiggle this back and forth. And eventually, as you sit there and do this, the shim starts going through. Basically, you're wiggling this back and forth to raise those pins up. But, especially on gummy locks, I get like halfway through and then it screws up on me. Well, excuse me, I screw up. So I use just this, yeah, I don't know the technical name for it. Let's see, what's it say? Peterson International, okay. I do also get these blanks off Sparrows, and I just grind my own. This is their make your own pick. Did I pull that? Son of a biscuit eater. Where'd the shim go? Where'd the key go? Oh, there. Oh, no, shim's still in there. I'm just blind. So I will use this instead of the key. That way I can just raise the individual pin. But let me start over. Oh, I'm going to screw this up. That's awesome. So apparently I struggle shimming. Oh, I think I grabbed a pack of super thins. But I just sit there and I keep basically raking it until it's open. Grab your handy dandy plug follower, pull the shim out. Make sure you don't have yeah, okay. So this is interesting. Where's my tweezers? Can you guys tell I just kind of am doing this video on a spur of the moment? like everything else I do. One of these days I'll never be organized. Where the hell are my tweezers? I'm an idiot. Okay, well, I'll be doing this without tweezers. But I don't know how well this is going to pick up. So this is, oh, not this green one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But we got some master pins in there. That's interesting. Well, anywho. Grab a good set. One of the things I don't like about all the pre-cut Rekey blanks I got, look at that. That's not, I mean, I know there's only so many combinations, but you know, I want something a little meatier like that. Oh, here's a Brink set. Let's do that. Leave these others for whatever. So, let me grab some pins. Now, I still struggle with pin sizes, so I use one of these gauges. Depth. Let's go 2. See, it's not 2, 2. 2. 2, 3. Let's start with 2, 3. Oh, 195. Where are you? Ooh, I'm getting low on those. So, 195. 219. Where are you at? I'm having a very difficult day reading. Let's check that. Looks good. So that's a 3, I must say that's a 5. 264, where you at? Nope. That's a 4. 65, 240, 240, 240. Let's see. Yep, much better. That's a 4. Now let's try that as a 5. And there's no magic, and most of you whole timers going like, oh shit, that's a 4 and a 5. Well, all I'm doing is once I got the one cut, alright, that's a little bit lower, so I just went to the next pin, next pin, next pin. Now this last pin, so we're good. Pin, I'm going to say that it looks a little bit higher than this 2. But let me try a 2. 195, where are you? That's right, you're about empty. Nope, I can fill it, so let's try 1. Well, if that's a 1 pin, bottom, 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 I don't think I go that. Control, control. I don't believe I have a 1 pin. Well, let's try 195. Maybe I just didn't have it in right. Yep, I'm an idiot. Oh, nope. See, that's right on the edge, and it very well could be. We'll see if it goes in. It goes in. Okay. So, oh, don't pull it out. Insert your joke here. Get this repositioned back up. Okay. So now we got which set did we? Oh, and then you're an idiot and pull it out without holding it. Pop this back on. Sometimes if those clips are hard, I've got a pair of little tweezers here, or pliers, just snip. And now reassembly. So I don't know what direction this door is going to go. So we're just going to pop one in. Pop it in. Well, sometimes it snaps in, but I wonder how my wrist gets screwed up so much. Turn this to half. Just reverse of taking it apart. Drop it in. That's good. So we put this all back together. It's a lot easier when it's on a door. It's a lot easier when you don't have a gimp hand. I'm struggling because all these pieces are moving. Jeez. Told you, still apprentice level. Okay. Okay, locked. So there we got one ready to go. Is that the one? Well, shoot. That's got a couple of keys in it. Okay. So, since I've mismatched everything here, this is a deadbolt that goes with it. So I'm probably not going to get all these done today. I'm kind of waiting for the rain to break. If I wanted to get something up today. And these are good time fillers. You get the practice, you get to run into some horrible locks. It is November and it is baking in here. Okay. So let's see what this one has in store for us. So again, we're going to shim it. See if I got some stiffer ones. Every once in a while when I order shims, I get flimsy ones by mistake or accident or whatever. Okay, we'll find that here in a minute. If not, I got some extras. Hey, there it is. Ooh, it's got a little corrosion. Am I in there? Again, insert your own choke. Boy, that just does not want to go. Sometimes I'll take it at an angle, try to get that back pin. Okay, let's try it with an actual blank. I got shit everywhere. Do you guys see it? It's starting to slide down, but think it's just grubby. Sometimes you gotta go back to go forward. Now some of you may be saying, why don't you spray it with Houdini? Well, when I do that, typically I lose my control. But it just does not want to go. Now, of course, the easy thing would be just to pop key in and do it, but what's fun in that? That's one of the reasons I got into doing this, is I was buying them for the practice, and it's like, well, what would I do with them afterwards? It's not like I'm going to resell them. So that's how, keying them up so that officers on the scene can have them at hand to just swap out real quick. I mean, we all know if anybody wants to get in, they're going to get in. I've been on some calls where the person, oh, that is just a bad back pen. Person who ended up getting arrested took the only set of keys, put them in their pocket, so that way the person still at the house or property or apartment didn't have any way to secure the home. And just providing these to have on hand, there's no need for an emergency call. Most officers around here, whether it's sheriff's deputy or town police, they have a screwdriver in their cruiser, and we'll change these out in a few minutes for them. So again, it just all kind of goes back to community service. Not the court-ordered kind. There we got some. It's like right there it's catching. Oh, that went in pretty good. There we go. Sometimes that trick, that holding it like that works for me, as you just saw. Now let's pull shim. Boy, this thing just doesn't want to give up the ghost. It's a little crusty. Paper towels. I don't have paper towels. It's on my shopping list, I never got to. Now that we got it open, let's go ahead and give it a little spritz without locking it back up. Yeah, I've seen some stuff. It looks like some of the pins dry. There we go. Well, that was a little bit different. So I wonder if whoever keyed this used the top pins, like a shorter bottom pin and a top pin, to substitute the length or the sizes for the right one. So I think this was a 2. Man, I need my tweezers. This was a 2. 219. Where you at? A 3, 4. 4 and a 5. 260. Is it 264? Yeah, 264. Okay. Let's take this key out. Oh, I think I got these reversed. Son of a... Yeah, should always do it from the right orientation instead of switching it back and forth with your hands like I do. There we go. Get that out of the way. There's more pliers. Well, there's my tweezers. Where they're supposed to be, and I didn't see them. So now we got good. We can put this back together. You know, and these aren't the greatest locks in the world I'm picking up, but, you know, an emergency situation, either, you know, family's in need, or, you know, unfortunately, DV, domestic violence, so YouTube doesn't catch me. Do a couple of these up, and people have them on hand, or they're available to those people who need them. Gave me some practice. Now sometimes I will get a batch of these, and I'm only going to pick them. And so that's practice and training for me. These are good. Put these in. It's practice for me working on used locks. So these are ready to swap out with the next round. Let me flip this around here. So, and that's what I'll do once I get a big pile of them, or if, you know, the ones I provided at either the help center or to the police, if they get used up. Normally, if they swap the handles out, I will go back and put the original handles back on and rekey them. You get more practice and experience. Or if they're fine with the ones I put on there, you know, it's always a touchy situation going into those kind of situations. But in a pinch, you know, in a county of 14,000 people, which is where I live, there's not a huge amount of state police, sheriff's deputies, or county deputies, county sheriff, whatever. or town police. Like town I live in, town my shop's in, no police. Um, the seat of the county has like 2 or 3 town police, and you got, uh, half a dozen to a dozen uh, county deputies, and then just a sprinkling of state police that live in the area. Most of us belong to the same organizations. So if they can have these, 1 or 2, then they can shore up at least until I can get there, or someone else can, even go to a big box store, buy all new locks and put them on. But for that intermediate 2 o'clock in the morning, because that's all this stuff seems to happen after midnight, coincidentally, because nothing ever good happens after midnight. But this kind of gives me 2 benefits. 1, helping out the community. 2, practice. Picking. If I don't do it a lot, I get rusty on it. Shimming locks, as you can see, that was a cluster. But in doing these, because our thrift stores, our Goodwills in the area get these all the time, and I get a big bag of them. I'll go through, key them all up, and then reach out to my contacts and say, hey, I've got X number, how many you need? So anyways, I hope that wasn't too boring for some of you, and for you new guys like me, hopefully that was mildly entertaining and informative. But again, happy Veterans Day, and I appreciate you guys hanging out with me. I will catch you next time.